All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SGL Broadcasting. My name is Pitch Black Guy Ty, and I'm here after the 3 p.m. Saturday, the 2nd of July SGL matchup between iLogic and LN. LN was the home team in that game. Just to give you a quick idea, a little bit of a recap of the game. It started out, it looked like LN was holding their own against iLogic for about the first 10 to 12 minutes of the game. And then iLogic just really took hold and started pushing. At about 5-6 minutes, they got their first cap, I believe. By 11 minutes, by 20 minutes, they had a second cap, and then you were looking at the third cap throughout the remainder of the game. Ultimately, it was a good game. I'd like to hear from LN first of all. LN, what'd you think of the game? We've got Knight, he's the only one able to talk, and then Wave will be able to type for us. Knight, how'd you feel about it?
I think we did pretty bad. I think it's one of my worst games I've played in SGL.
You unsuccessfully.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, I think we should have won the game, especially with the lineups that were cooking.
I think you'd have a lot of people disagreeing with you on that particular one. To no offense to you guys, but I think the majority of the community out there, in terms of the articles that were written and the talk around the town, was that iLogic definitely had the upper hand in this one. Now, there was a couple of comments, especially during the commentary of the game. You did not look like you were playing to your greatest. What was going on with you?
I think I've been having a lot of problems pinging, and I know you guys saw that I pinged out. I was battling that, and there was a lot of problems going on in Mumble, which I'm everything together. This was never really into the game, and that's really bad. Because like I said, iLogic may have the upper hand with the lineups if Gar and Adam played, but I think it's kind of bad that the way we played, we did not live up to potential at all.
Well, it definitely looked like things went downhill for you after that first cap. In the first 10 minutes of the game, you guys were looking great. Wave, what do you think? Go ahead and type for us, and while you're typing out your comments, then we can get an idea of how iLogic fared. So iLogic, we've got Otacon here, we've got Lore, Gar, Dream, Ominous, obviously from the starters of iLogic. How'd you guys feel you played at the first 10 minutes of the game, and what really turned the tides for you guys?
It was pretty rough at the beginning, but like you said, once we got that cap, it was just steamrolling time.
I love the way people use steamrolling.
I'd say I have to agree. At the beginning, like with the lineups, the way they were looking, I figured it'd be a pretty close matchup, like the rest of my clan agrees too. But.
So, going into the game, Dream, seeing the lineups that LN brought and Otacon, were you guys thinking that it would be a very even matchup? You just mentioned even matchup there. Were you thinking that, hey, you might have some trouble with this? Or were you guys thinking, okay, no, we're still going to steamroll over?
Yeah, we were definitely think we were going to have a little bit of a struggle, but we didn't expect a 3-0.
Of course, the ace in your back pocket, and I think maybe this is something, correct me if I'm wrong, Knight, the ace in the back pocket was something that was frightful to you, is, even if you guys did get yourself into a jam, you've got Ominous and Gar to bring in. Is that close to the train of, or the thought line that you guys had?
We were actually contemplating a strategy of not capping. That's why we chose red. We were going to play defense up till the 35th minute, and then sneak in the cap before Ominous and Gar can get in to fix things. But I think, just from the start, I think a bunch of us played one of the worst games we ever played in SGL, so it's really bad. I don't know what else to tell you.
So you guys were expecting that ace in the back pocket of iLogic, and therefore preparing for it. That's some pretty sharp thinking. If you could have matched that up with your gameplay, obviously you think you would have had a better shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, and also we have a lot of problems with the lineups. We have to get that figured out.
Well, what do you guys think, Otacon Dream, from the iLogic team? Do you think that gave you an extra edge knowing that you have Ominous and Gar there? I mean, for this, there's been a lot of talk around the town, I'll just clarify this, about how you guys have literally hired some top mercenaries for your team. I think that everybody should have an opportunity to play in SGL for whatever team they want to play on. But do you think that gives you a serious advantage in terms of mentality over a team like LN, where the lineup may be a little bit more difficult to play with?
I don't think so. I think it gives us more of a aggressive mentality for everything, because none of us want to sub out. We don't want to fall back on these big guns. We want to prove ourselves and play our best. And if it was 0-0 late in the game, of course they probably would have came in. But I mean, that just makes us look bad.
Yeah, who wants to sub out for Gar anyway?
Exactly.
Nice. Oh, very nice. Okay, well, if any of the community members in the broadcast room, within the broadcast room, wish to ask a question, just type the message in the broadcast room.
I get muted.
And Kiki just asked why he got muted. Everybody is, just a heads up, everybody is suppressed in the broadcast room unless I unsuppress you. The reason for that is we'd like to keep the interviews clean and...
Ask about Babu.
Odo, why don't you go ahead and ask the question that you want to ask about Bad Guy?
Oh, sorry, I had my headset down. Well, for Bad Guy's teammates, during the game, PB was saying he wasn't aware who Bad Guy was. Maybe if you can tell him a little bit about Bad Guy, because he's not a new player.
Yeah, Bad Guy is a player from SYM. He was with Elo Assassino a lot. He was a starter for them for APL. He's got a lot of Premier League experience, so that definitely helped us out. I mean, it showed, because I think he did a pretty good job today.
Yeah, he's a pickup.
I didn't do a very good job. Well, I think maybe nerves got us. I don't know. But yeah, he's a known player.
Excellent. So Bad Guy, just to clarify for this broadcast recording, Bad Guy is Kobe.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, did Ellen have problems with connections or something? It seemed like you guys were subbing a lot at first, because some people were leaving and some people were, I don't know, just seemed like you guys were having problems with that.
Personally, for the past 3 days, Spark has been disconnecting me every other 15 minutes or so. So I knew going into it there would be a problem. That's why I reset miner and everything for the game. It didn't help out, and I pinged out.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe that was another thing that helped us out. Played in our favor.
I'm just not I played it before.
Sparking up it, so no one can use their name tag in here.
Okay, so here's a quick question for the LN crew. What's your top lineup?
Really, there's some players that are debating about top lineup, and that's really a question for Ray from the other captains. But I would probably put Kobe as a top lineup with In Control, myself, and a fourth. That fourth could be depending on who's hot at that time.
I gotta say, when asked a question about top lineup to most of the other clans, I'm sure somebody would step up immediately and say, yeah, we're absolutely sure this is our top lineup. Do you think maybe that could indicate one of the problems that you guys are having right now as far as unpreparedness?
Oh, definitely.
How are you going to fix that? I mean, what are your goals for this SGL season? Are you planning on making the playoffs? Are you going to try and make the playoffs? And if so, I guess from hearing what you're saying, what are you going to do to change that preparedness? Because I think it goes without saying that, being well prepared and well set up on the mental side of this picture is the only thing that's really going to take any of these teams to the playoff.
No, yeah, we need to fix some stuff. There's no doubt we are aiming for the playoffs. And right now we're not playing like a team that can make the playoffs, definitely. Like I said, the result here was not acceptable. We're not aiming for a loss against the Logic's lineup that they showed. So we're going to make the decisions, and we're going to try to get things rolling. I mean, if you looked at it, Spirit and Kobe just were added this week to the lineups, or to the clan, in fact. So there's obviously going to be some teamwork problems going on, and we got to get that fixed. So time will help us out with that, and hopefully we can get ready for next week.
Move to SA.
All right. Well, I certainly hope that that you guys can pick your socks up and get something going, because it'd be interesting to see some more action from you guys and to see you in the playoffs. Is there any other questions for the LN group or the iLogic team from the community? Well, then I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up now. Good interview after the game. Thank you very much for showing up. Just for everybody who wants to attend, the next game is going to be broadcast live through Justin TV on the Spark Go League account, and it will be at 5 o'clock p.m. SA versus NIN. So I hope to see you there, and we'll have the post-game interview at that time. Thanks again for joining in.